And what about you? Mercedes C-Class wing mirror indicator. This one is working, but a few minutes ago it wasn't working. So this side indicator in this Mercedes, it came to me, it wasn't working. This is the passenger side, near side UK. And yeah, it was a wee tiny wee glimmer just in the sides there. So it's an MOT failure. So I'm just going to show, I've already fixed this, but I thought it was interesting. And so I'm going to take it off again and just show you how to take the cover off, show you a wee bit how I did the repair here. Actually pretty cheaply, and maybe it helps somebody out. These indicators come complete with the cover from Mercedes, and they're quite expensive. They're about 150 quid, maybe 150 quid plus VAT, something like that. So this is off eBay, and I don't normally advocate non-genuine parts and eBay parts. I knew that this was going to be ill-fitting, and if it worked at all, but the guy was willing to take a chance because it's pretty cheap. It's less than 20 quid. So we'll carry on. I'll show you how to take this cover off. The indicator is attached to the cover on the inside. The cover lifts up vertically up the way. There's a couple of wee clips to take off, a couple of wee screws, and this was what I found was the easy way to do it. And it's not a big deal. It seems difficult at the start, but it comes off all right. So first of all, we'll pull the mirror back so we can get a look at it. So next thing we do is pull this mirror off. So you just need to watch what you're doing, but you do need a wee bit of force, not brute force. So you get a decent plastic, trim removal tool there, plastic one, and you put it in behind it and give it a good crack like that. And that should come away for us, hopefully. There we go. So there's a wee clip at the bottom there. So we'll have two wires. You can see that or not? No, you can't. Two wires for the heated mirror there. So these are two wee speed connectors, and you don't want to pull on holidays, so you get a decent flat blade screwdriver, so quite small, and get in there, if you can see this, and give it a wee twist, a wee prise up, like that, just to get her started, and hopefully just work at it there. So you don't want to pull this because you just pull the terminals off the back of the mirror. So be nice and careful, and you'll see it starting to lift. So a wee twist in action. So you turn the screwdriver like that. And there we go. That's that one off. So it's held in that wee hole there. So it's once you get past that wee hole, she'll come off. So you just pull at it, and there we go. So in the bottom here, we'll have two wee torques in there and in there. They're tiny wee torques. Now, these two screws do not hold this cover on, but if you take these screws off, you can release that clip there very easily, and it helps removing there's a clip on the back of this cover, or it's on this bit, but it holds the cover. If you release these and let that drop down, this lower clip comes free an awful lot easier. So you mightn't see that. They are a T10, very small torques. So we'll just remove them. So that allows to release this bottom clip here. just like that. So we'll go back around to the other side of the mirror here. So with that wee clip released, you can see this now has dropped down a wee bit. So we get another spudger in here, and we get that down. So it releases down a wee bit. So around about here, there's a clip on this that is holding the white cover there. So we're going to work along, and there she is, snapped. And that's that clip there. So we'll just let that hang down there. That's all we need to do with that. So the next clip that's holding this cover on is that boy in here. So you need it. This is very tight. You can't really get in behind it, but you need to get something in there and sort of hook it so it pops a bit. And then this cover then goes up the way. The whole thing just goes up. This is all it's holding this on now. So you can see it starting to go there. That's the cover removed now, with the indicator inside it. Zoom you out. So if you go to Mercedes-Benz, as I mentioned right at the start, this is what you'll get. Now this is about 150 quid, could be 150 quid plus VAT, which is about 180 quid. And it comes with the cover, with whatever colour your car is, and the indicator LED inside it. So there's no interchangeable parts, there's no bulbs or anything like that. You have to buy, that's what you buy from Mercedes-Benz. So this guy, I give him the two options. You could buy that, buy a second-hand one, or there are copies on eBay, and that is the copy one in there. So that's it. Now initially, I'll show you a wee clip of my diagnosis, because initially this didn't work. Now you can clearly see that it's a copy because it is a wee bit ill-fitting. That bit there, that wee bit there, it's just, you have to sort of force it over. It fits into the clips, so I didn't really have to do any modification to it. It just doesn't fit as snugly as the Mercedes one, and you can see that there is protruding a wee bit there, which you don't get on the Mercedes one. So it's a wee bit ill-fitting, and yeah, but that unit there, you can buy that for 20 quid, 17 quid. I've even seen them for £12. So you pays your money, you takes your chances. I am not normally an advocate of fitting non-genuine parts. There's no guarantee with this, and the guy that owns this car, I know him very well, and I told him, give him the options. You buy a genuine one, second-hand one, or you take a chance with this. If it doesn't work, you throw it in the bin and you move on. So you just eat the 20 quid. But for all the money, he decided to take a chance. Now, this didn't work initially. So if you see there inside here, I have two wee joiners on it. And if you notice, the brown wire goes on to the black wire. And the black wire here goes on to the brown wire. So I'm going to show you a wee clip now of how I found that out. So this is the original one that was on the car, and we'll put it on there. It just falls down on that wee blue connector there, and we'll put it on, and it doesn't work. Now there are a couple of wee LEDs, very, very dimly that I'm pointing at. You probably can't see it on camera there, but if you look very closely, they are lit. So this is the driver's side one. This is a known good. So this is to test the wiring integrity of the car. So I had to unclip it there off it because it's the wrong orientation. So that light is sort of upside down there. And as we can see, works great. So wiring is good on the car. That's not proved. Very simple test to prove that. And this is our non-genuine one. We put it on the way it's supposed to go, and nothing happens. So we pull it off and spin it around, and it just be able to hold it on, it just makes connection with the pins there, and we can see that it lights up. So these two wires are wrong polarity, and yeah, if we swap it around, we'll get the thing working, and jobs are good, and hopefully. This is the original one that came out of the car. This is the Mercedes one. So I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a crack there. So water, that's where the circuit board is. And yeah, there was one of these, one LED there at the bottom and one LED at the top, just about illuminating. And that's all he had. So if you look at the circuit board on the copy, this part here isn't there. There isn't as many resistors as well, so the circuit board is visibly different. And as I said, it isn't a good a fit, and the polarity was wrong. That wee clip is slightly different. It only goes on the one way. This wee thing here unclips, but that wee shroud sits in the inside. So whenever the cover goes on, that just slides on to the connector. So I'll just show you that. That wee blue connector there is the connection for this. So that wee shroud stays inside. So whenever the cover goes down, it just connects itself. It just sits on top of that and connects in like that. So that's as simple as that. So it cannot. You can unclip this. Let's see. You can unclip this, and let's pull them wires out. Come out. And if it was in the other way, it doesn't go down in, because that wee bit there fills in the back. So that's to help guide it down in to the to that connector. That's the reason for that wee shroud on it there. So refitting's reversal of removal, and you just put the cover back down again. You hear it clicking in the position, and then you push that back up again. Put your two Torx screws back in again, just so clip down, clip up, two Torx screws in, and you just put the mirror on, face on. Remember to connect your two wee spades for the heating of the mirror. Some mirrors, now the driver's side mirror, it has an additional wee wire and a wee clip, but it's just, you just disconnect it, and if it's a separate, if there's a line in the mirror that it's like a demister thing. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and many thanks for watching. I hope that helped somebody out. I think it was a good result here, and but it's a cheap fix. We'll have to see how long this lasts. No guarantee whatsoever that it could last a week. Don't know, but there you go. Works anyway.